YouTube. So guess what? This lady that lives in my house received a box again. Duh. And it's, of course, says Princess Martha, the
superstar,
from Miss Pat, that been spoiling this child rotten. Yeah, you want to open it?
Yes.
I was given the instructions that you got to read the card too. So let's dig in. I had to interfere. Ooh, look. What kind of dog is it? We're practicing the dog breeds. Greyhound, maybe? Okay, let's read it.
Miss Martha, we love watching you and your mom and plants on YouTube. You are so helpful to your mom. Thought
We're reading cursive.
you might like this
Afghan
that I made for you. This is one of a kind. 3 isn't another like it in the world.
I was looking at that box for 2 days because... Oh, okay. What does it say?
May it keep you warm when it is cold and give you comfort when sick or sad. Hope you like the colors.
Cool. Can you show us what keeps you warm at night right now? There she is. That's the last season, right? Can you open it? She sleeps with it. I am not kidding you. But let's go and see what's in the box. Put it on the chair for now. There we go. You want to open? Okay. And boom. Oh. Look, it's matching your outfit. Oh my God. That's fancy. Oh. What's this paper? It's just the paper. Okay. That's big. And then there's a cat that is ruining my furniture. Bad cat. Pull it out. Pull it out. Oh my goodness. Can you open it? Oh my God, that's bigger than you, right? What do we say?
Thank you.
Давай, spread it. Take it in your hands. Yeah, well, Martha and spreading. And here she is. What did we say? This is gorgeous. Oh my God, look at this, guys. Somebody is spoiled rotten, right? Thank you so much, Pat. We love it. The quality is so... She makes it herself. Can you imagine? Now you have time and patience. I don't have neither. It's gorgeous, right? Are you sleeping with this one or that one?
Both of them.
Both of them? You're going to be really warm, right?
Yeah.
Taking into consideration it's 87 outside.
Thank you, Pat.
Thank you. A seconds of shame. But I'm about to fix it. I'm going in. Good morning. Good afternoon. I need to fix this area that's been abandoned by me. And we're gonna test every plant that I'm touching, moving, removing. And we're gonna clean it up and make it a pretty, pretty, pretty greenhouse just like it used to be. Right? Right. Let's do this thingy. The doggies are involved as well. Okay. If you want to know, this greenhouse was built as a main greenhouse. But when I moved all my orchids in, we realized that's not going to be enough. So how do we do the shelves? Because this is a very, very important question many owners ask. These are the pieces that you can buy in Home Depot that are made for the steps. A base for the steps in the house, for the stairs. So the cinder blocks that we had on the property, we used them. We put them on. They are, of course, attached somehow to the poles, and then we just cut the lettuce and made the shelves. And I'm gonna clear it in a second. This plant, by the way, I had forever. This is Cattleya trini. It has lots of pets living with it right now. We're gonna clean this up. It never bloomed for me, and quite frankly, there's something I see that I never seen. I have this plant for a gazillion of years. I wanna first of all test it. I think the storm is coming. If you look at the skies, there's the answer to your question. But it brings me wind, which is great. I want to test it, and I want to take it out of this pot, and we'll go from there. So let's test it first. Testing for virus. If you guys don't know what orchid virus is, and it's very common for people who have no clue what orchid viruses are, there are quite a few of them. There are two that are the most common ones. Just read on American Orchid Society, AOS.org about it, and you will know. It's very simple. You need to cut a piece of the plant, put it in a provided special solution. Then you take a stick, you kind of chop that piece of plant inside of that container, and then you get the test stick itself, and you'll have an answer within seconds, basically. The problem with this is these tests are very costly, but when you are determined, like me, to bring it all back into the proper condition, we buy them with our Orchid Society. There's like a huge discount if you buy a lot, so they get like 30-20 people together, and they order them from Taiwan, I want to say, or Thailand, something like that. And still, this box is about, I want to say, $200, and there's what, 50 tests in it, or 50, yeah. So let's chop this Cattleya. I cut the piece of plant, put it in there, stuck that provided stick, and kind of mushed it in there so the liquids from the plant leaf would get into the solution. Now this, as you can see, got green. The juices are out. The test provides everything. There's this little stand. Then you open the sealed test stick and you just put it in. And you wait. Also, there is this sheet of verdicts. And depends on the lines, you will know if this particular plant is virus or not. Crucial, between if you're testing two plants, you need to sanitize your clippers. There are a couple of options. It's either a torch, or some people use alcohol. Torch is, I think, easier. So it's working its way out. We'll see. How do you know if the plant is virus? Sometimes visually there's nothing, so it's just sometimes they don't perform, or they don't grow as fast as you would imagine, and that will give you an idea. So here it is. So far not bad. So let's give it, and the thunder is getting closer, and as you can see, we are negative. Yay, that's a good news. So this poor thing, it just doesn't like the pot. I noticed when in the beginning I tried to use the black clay which you will not see that often. And this plant is in the black clay. They did not like the black clay. Something is in it. So I blame myself on neglecting, first of all, this plant, and I will repot it and put it in something else. It will be fun to take it out though. It's really settled in. We're gonna give it a good lift, clean it up from all these evil pets, and give it a nice makeover. Okay, I'm gonna try to take it out. The roots are really dead on the outside. So you can just try to pull it. A good advice would be to perhaps soak it first and pull it out after. But there are these, you know what, I probably need to, okay, coming out. At least this fern part is, yeah, that's a success. Many people are afraid to pull the orchids, and I can use the spot for something else. But orchids are very forgiving. Number one, they're very strong plants, so don't be afraid to be a little bit, woo, ants, yeah, that's, let me take care of those guys. Those suckers got me good. Those are not just ants, those were red ants, and those are killers. So I've decided we're gonna rehome this girl. I cut off the roots, I washed it. I'm not very like anal about it, so I think it's good enough. I have this beautiful nice pot. I think she'll like it. Now I'm gonna just secure her in a pot and give her a little bit. In this case, I'm gonna give her a bark, the Orchiata bark, and wish us the best. Let's go. Ways to secure the plant in the pot. You can use zip ties, you can use the tape, or you can use the stick that you would put through the hole into the plant and then the other one. But in this case, honestly, I tried. It's a very massive plant. It sits in there pretty nicely. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of a Orchiata here and there, just to give her a comfort blanket. Wait. What is Orchiata, if you ask? Orchiata, right here, is very much favorite locally here. New Zealand bark. That's how it looks. Most of our nurseries sell it. As you heard Ashley saying, that it can be challenging nowadays because of shortage of the supplies everywhere, but for now they have it. I kind of always buy this big bag, even if I don't need it, just to have it just in case, because if you have a tremendous number of plants like I do, you never know when the repotting bee will bite you and you will decide to go. So this girl is all good to go. She will secure herself real fast in here. So the storm is throwing fits, but so far no rain. Lucky us. So let's keep going. We have stuff like this. This cattleya is about to bloom, and it's in a broken Joanna spot, and it will be just too much stress for this plant. What am I gonna do? The pot is broken no matter what. I'm gonna break off the top and gotta get rid of this, and I'm just gonna keep the base of clay and put it in the bigger pot. That's all I'm gonna do. I cannot do it with one hand. Let me show you the next picture. So apparently that pot fell off by itself, so I cleaned the roots and I put it in this new basket. If you ever see this green ribbons, let's call them, on my plants, that means I tested them for virus and they're negative. So, and this particular plant I secured with the zip tie. So It's nice and safe, not moving, not wiggling. Now this one, I don't want to do the bark. I want to do the clay pebbles. And I don't know, it's just, I think it's going to be too wet. It's all your personal preference, you know, so... Or maybe should I... No, you know what? Let's do the bark and see what happens. Here we are. You know, sometimes if you are positive that you'll be able to provide enough moisture, you can leave them bare root without nothing. But just to give her a little more comfort, I've done this. I don't know the name of this plant, but I know it was given to me by John Roach, who sadly left us a couple of years ago. Was a very, very good friend from the Orchid Society. Very nice gentleman. So this is a sentimental value. I know it's orange, but that's about it. And so those suckers got me good. My hands are all red. Me keep going. The rain is rumbling. The thunder is there. No lightning. So I'm gonna keep going because no sun is kind of a very nice gift in Florida. Okay, and then we have plants like this. This looks very, very, very sad. And I know my first initial was to throw it away, but then there's this. There's life, okay? So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna clear everything, but the pieces that are clearly this stays. And I'm just gonna put it in an empty pot without nothing and wait for the roots. If the roots gonna come, we are succeeding, and then we can repot it. But I will give this little thing a chance. So literally like that. And I'm gonna set it somewhere where it's more like low light. Will be right here. This girl needs to be repotted as well. And see until I see the roots. And that will be the moment of truth. So far, a little progress, not much. It's very dirty here. We have these guys repotted, tested. Of those guys repotted, tested. And I don't know, the rain is still letting me do my thing, so I'm gonna keep going. And you guys, this one is about to bloom, I think. Maybe I'll just clean it for now. Okay, so you got it. I'm on it. Just give me a sec so you don't spend all this time with me, and I will show you the final product. And here we are. That's the beginning of it. Rotten plant. Boom, all clean, all ready to be repotted. And we're gonna put it in a new pot, and here we are, all ready. Pretty, happy plant. Okay, so I think I'm done for today. There's still a gazillion things to do, but at least we've done some plants, repotted, mounted. This is my, like, we'll see what she will live or not, and Cyclia. I repotted Dendrobium to that half pot, plastic pot, plank, kinda, I don't even know what to call it. And yeah, some of my plants. You will ask, where do I get all the supplies? Any orchid grower is a supply, what's the good word for it? Hoarder, let's say. Anywhere I go, I really like the shape of these wooden baskets. I bought those at the orchid store in Loxahatchee when we had an event. Of course, there's my pottery, there's Joanna's pottery, and I always have wood. If I see wood anywhere for sale, I grab it. By the way, this is another mount I made. There was, I don't even know what that is. It was no name on it, but she was really crawling out of the pot. That's why I mounted her. We'll see how she will do in it. Okay, so still no rain, so it was nice, wasn't hot, and I'm gonna go and do some pottery because we have lots of shows coming up. First one will be September 16th, 17th, I believe, weekend. That's a Rich Society here not far from me in Central Florida. And then, of course, we have Tampa Orchid Club Expo. I always take the sheets off. It's a good idea, so the moisture doesn't grow in there and collect fungus and bacteria. And it's a little bit of a OCD thing. I clean them in nurseries if I see it, and I kind of make myself to stop. Yeah, so we have Tampa, and then of course we have Redland, a humongous show in Miami. This is, by the way, Martha's mount that she made, and it's doing really good. It's one of the Brethrens, one of those really, really good looking little treasure, it's called. Okay, guys, so I'm going. You have a wonderful weekend, and it's to be continued with that cleanup of this absolutely abandoned greenhouse. You have a wonderful day.